Hi everybody, this is Matt from Matt Chris's Games. Today I'm going to be doing my third deck tech. Today I'm going to be doing a deck tech on my own version of Jeskai. Not dark Jeskai, Jeskai green. This deck is very aggressive. It can also be a combo deck, which you'll see. So, let's get to it. So I'm going to start off with my 1-drops. My first 1-drop is Warden of the First Tree. It's good for turn 1 because if I play a white lane that enters the battlefield untapped next turn, it's good because I can attack for 3, which is good on turn 2. And it's also good late in the game because I can just keep pumping it, which is also really good because it'll become very strong. And my second 1-drop is a Monastery Swift Spear. It's good, it's turn 1 for 1/2 with haste and prowess. Which is good because I can just keep pumping it with all my non-creature spells. So these are my 2-drops. My first 2-drop is Seeker of the Way. It's not only a 2/2, it has prowess. And an upgrade to the prowess is whenever I cast a non-creature spell, it gets lifelink, which is a good pair with some of the instants that we'll show in a minute. And my other 2-drop is Den Protector. It's good because if you get all 3, it's basically like an infinite loop. If one dies, just get it back. Play another, get it back. And you can also get some other great cards in the deck. And if you just really need a land, you can just get a land. So now I'm going to move on to my 3-drops. And there's also 3 of the 3-drops. My first 3-drop is Death Mist Raptor. It's really good because if I flip over a Den Protector, I get one back. Or both back if they're both in the graveyard. It's also good because it's an amazing blocker. If they have like a 10-10, say goodbye to it. The Mantis Riders are good because turn 3 for a 3/3 fire, vigilance, and haste is good. So it can attack as soon as it comes out, and it can block. So that's amazing. So attack, block. And the Savage Knuckleblades are like phenomenal. I love that card. It's good because 3 mana for a 4/4 is just good in general. Or you can just give it haste or 2/2, which is just makes it even better. So now I'm going to move on to my removal spells. This spell is good because I can counter like Murderous Cut, Dig Through Time, Crackling Doom, and other counter spells. The Mocha's Command is good because you can put a 1/1 counter on target creature, which is just amazing. And target creature you control fights another creature, which I love doing on like Seeker of the Way. Or if you have a Death Mist Raptor on board and they have a really annoying creature that you really want to get rid of, and they just won't block with it, you put a 1/1 counter on it and you fight that creature. If you really need to, let's say they're playing like Monastery Siege or Hardened Scales, you do sack an enchantment. And Radiant Flames is amazing because you can choose how much damage it does, but only up to 3 damage. Let's say they have like tons of 1/1s and 2/2s. You do it for 2 damage and it kills almost all of your creatures and only some of yours. So this is my Get Creature from Deck spell, Collected Company. If you notice, all of my creatures are 3 mana or less. So if you get any creatures from the 6 cards, you can get any of the creatures. But my favorites that I've gotten sometimes, are 1 Death Mist Raptor and 1 Mantis Rider, or 2 Mantis Riders. So this is my combo in the deck. I like to do this on Mantis Rider, Savage Knuckleblade, or Seeker of the Way. It's Teamwork Battle Rage and Become Immense. It's good because Seeker of the Way, you gain tons of life. The Mantis Riders because It's a big flyer. And the Savage Knuckle Blade, it's just a strong hitter. So my lands are 2 mountains, 1 forest, 2 plains, and 2 islands. My fetches are 2 wooded foothills, 4 windswept heaths, and 2 flooded strands. The reason is that I have 4 windswept heaths is because I can get any of the lands. I can get Cinderglade, Canopy Vista, or Prairie Stream because white, and green. With wooded foothills, I can only get Cinderglade or Canopy Vista. And with flooded strand, I can only get Prairie Stream and Canopy Vista. And my pain lands are Yavimaya Coast, Battlefield Forge, and Shivon Reach, which I cannot get with the fetches. So now I'm going to move on to my sideboard. So now I'm going to start with my creatures on my sideboard. There are 7. So my first creature is Dragonmaster Outcast. I would put that in because if they're playing a game, they're playing a deck that will take very long to finish a game. You would put that in against like control. The Enlightened Ascetic is good because if they're playing Hardened Scales, say goodbye to Hardened Scales. The Stratus Dancer is good against control. Just flip it over and just counter spell. And when it flips over, it becomes a 3/2 with flying, which I like. And the Dragon Lord Jamoka is a 1/of. It can't be countered, so it's good against control. And it also has flying and lifelink. And your creatures can't be countered if that's on the board. So now I'm going to move on to my non-creatures in my sideboard. Valor Stance is good because if they have like Siege Rhino, or if you just really want to save like a Magus Rider, or Savage Knuckle Blade. Silk Wrap is good because against Hingerback Walker, because no matter how big it is, you can always get rid of it. And it's also for Jace right before they flip it. Stasis Snare is amazing. It's good against Hangerback Walkers, Abzan decks, and if they play the Gideon ally of Zendikar, and they make it a 5/5, that is Flash, so say goodbye to Gideon, hope I never see you again. And Ojutai's command is good in case they're playing Control or Abzan, because just kill their Siege Rhinos, Hangerback Walkers, and Offend of the Foremost. And draw a card. Or if you have Warden of the First Tree, or Seeker of the Way in your graveyard, bring it back. Or if you have no good cards in hand, you draw a card. Or if you're very low on life, you would gain 4 life. So that's all the cards in my sideboard. So the next time you go to F&M, and you're sick of playing Abzan or Control, why don't you give this deck a whirl? So I hope you enjoyed the deck and the video. I have a Twitter account, it's Matt Reviews All, and they also have a Facebook account, it's Matt vs. Games. And if you want to send me something, give me an email at mattversusgames@gmail.com. And if you have another idea for a deck, put a link to it in the comments below. So, bye! Oh, I thought I had to rope there.